society. If you know the extension of the party you would like to speak with, you may enter the extension number at any time. For a director of employees, press 3. Otherwise, please stay on the line for the operator assistant. Hold on a moment.
Yes, my phone got disconnected when I was speaking to Linda Gehron. Yes. Hello, Rochelle. Yes, my phone unplugged. I've been at the hospital all morning.
Okay. That's fine. Everything okay now?
Yeah, yep.
All right. What I want to say is my obligation to tell you that she should have talked to you about if you didn't take a stand, there would be a presumption against you that the judge can make that you neglected the children. And this is not, this is not good that this was done. And I've discovered it, and my obligation is to tell you that. And can you understand what I'm saying? And do you have any questions?
Yeah. So what do I do now? Like, what paperwork can I file? Because I had a lot of issues with that day on the 21st, and even don't they have a certain time limit to tell me that they're going? Like when they immediately take my kids, okay, that's fine. But she was supposed to act and try to counterattack, but she was with them trying to get me to sign my rights off, and that's another presumption of guilt. And I haven't did anything to my children. Me and my daughter had went to the farmer's market. We were minding our own business.
Yeah. I think that corrective action needs to be taken, and I think that one of the things that needs to be done correctively is for an attorney to let the court know that you didn't have this advice that you should have had. And usually what happens when this kind of thing needs to be done is your attorney here, Hiscock Legal Aid, need to ask the judge to assign you a new attorney because it presents a conflict of interest for us because we have to allege our own wrongdoing. Let's say that's a strong word, but and I say this as this is an organization in which she was employed, of course, and of course at this point that she was not doing very well. She was not feeling well. She was ill at the time, which is is the explanation for what happened, but it's not something that can just sit there. It needs to be addressed on your behalf. And I'm just trying to get some guidance from you and also my boss, the president of our organization, whether it isn't the best, whether it isn't the right thing to have a new attorney assigned so they can be free of any conflict when pursuing your rights for you. Can I explain myself at all?
Yes.
I'm heartbroken giving you this information. I hope you know when we were in court on Friday how much on your side we are and how strong we want to fight for you. And it's really not good that this happened. And I'm just meeting my ethical obligation to talk to you about it truthfully and in great detail. And so I'm also obligated then to ask you, do you want to have us get new counsel for you?
Yes. But as far as children, what will get me my kids quicker? Because she could have did paperwork to rebuttal. It was like a process that she could have got my kids back. We didn't even ask the judge to get my kids back. And I'm reading the law and I'm reading, and Walter got a chance to speak. The judge didn't address me or you about anything. And the name of the game is I want my kids back. My kids want to come home.
So, Michelle, the dispositional hearing is the hearing where we request your kids to be back. That's what we'd be preparing for. Thursday is a hearing for us to prove you should have your children back. You can't get anything sooner than that. Thursday.
Oh, okay. Well, how was it that on the 15th, Walter Newman, that it wasn't up here a year or 6 months, was going to get my kids, and he's not even a father? My daughters and my rights was about to be violated humongously. And he came up there, got treated and wined and dined, and was going to get my kids that day if I didn't exercise my right to fight for my children. If I didn't know what to do, or not to even attempt to, or just got depressed and just broke down, my kids would have been missing forever. But I fought and I researched and I'm reading that things could have happened. And yes, I want new counsel, but yes, I want my kids home immediately. So if I have to stay with this agency in order to get you guys to correct what was wrong, then that's your job. My job is I want my kids. And that needs to be spoken on the record. There's no reason for my kids not to go home. Both my children will tell you they want to come home. And it doesn't make any sense because they're not hurt. The agency is for kids that need it. They have everything they need right here with their mother.
So I want to make sure I understand that you want us to stay on this to try and as quickly as possible assert all your rights and do everything possible to correct anything that was wrong.
Right.
And to let you know that we are obligated to we would need to get you to put that in writing, that you be waiving conflict of interest in our proceeding to represent you from here on, that you would need to sign something that says, I'm going to write it up for you, and as I have advised you of the potential conflict of interest, and that even though there's a potential conflict of interest, you waive that potential conflict of interest because you want us to stay on the case and fight for you.
Now, what agency, how would I get a new lawyer?
What the judge would do, and you lawyers from the Defense Counsel panel, so these are lawyers just like us, only they are in private practice. They don't work for an agency. They're in private practice and they accept these assignments from the court. You wouldn't have to go looking for one. The court would automatically assign one of these attorneys to represent you.
Okay. Well, how long does that take? Because I don't know. Is that going to hold the case up? Because my kids need to come home. So on the 29th or 28th, when we go to court at 2 o'clock, you would not argue the case for my kids to be home if I wanted new counsel?
We could find a way to make sure that argument gets made on Thursday no matter what.
Okay.
No matter what. And so that might be the thing that you feel the most comfortable with is, yes, we get new counsel, but we also, in the transition, make sure the argument gets made on Thursday.
Yeah, but there was no, I thought when we were at court, you said that they said that I my house, and then they said I neglected my kids. Me not letting somebody in my house, which I did, but my sister was here, and then Andrea on the record, as you can hear, said that the worker waited 20 minutes or 30 minutes before her mom came because you are saying that I don't let you in my house. So I'm not going to let you in my house and then you say I hit you because she said that. So I'm protecting myself because she's going too far. She's going too far with these accusations, and she's going to be held accountable for that because she's going too far. So for my safety and my kids' safety, I'm not going to let nobody in my house that's saying I got a gun or I'm trying to set them on fire. That doesn't make sense. So it's for my best interest to call somebody, either the police, the fire department, somebody to witness their ins and out of my house. And then the judge tells me I can't record them in and out of my house, but she's making all these heroic accusations. I'm assaulting her. How did I assault you? I had a walker. I'm just getting upright better. And I'm catching heck with that. I got to get inserts and all these other things to make sure I'm steady, because I had to speed my recovery because Andrea was picking on me in a walker.
It's completely wrong what they've done, and you have a good case to fight against it. And I know that when the time comes, you will take the stand and you will testify to the truth, what happened, and not what they say happened. And that's what should happen on Thursday. Okay. And what I can also do, Rochelle, is I can put it all in writing, and you can see what is being filed before Thursday, so that we will make our case in a written document also, so that it'll be before the court no matter what. And then we also preserve all your rights by getting you other counsel assigned, so that that person's going to correct what was done wrong. And I apologize, Rochelle. I hope you understand what I'm saying about what happened there, and you ask me any other questions that you have about that.
Well, will I be able to get any files on this case?
Absolutely, yes.
How long will that take? Because I haven't been able to review any audio or files, from their side or anything. I haven't when they took my.
I could get everything ready for you by Friday.
Okay. Because what I read up, because I've been reading up, because I have nothing else to do. The dogs and me, then a computer, and I'm researching too, just for my own due diligence. Because I really love my kids. I really have not hurt anybody or my kids. I really love my kids, so I'm doing my best to stay up all night and not forget and remember, because they should have served me papers 24 hours after they took my kids. Even just let me know that they're going to take me to court. They haven't even done that. Then they had 72 hours after they did the so-called petition. I haven't received any documentation from these people about my children. Nothing. How is that lawful? When am I going to, get papers saying that Rochelle Coleman broke the law? So will I get that?
Exactly. Yes. So I would work, strongly today and tomorrow to make sure there's copies of every single thing, including the CD of the testimony. And by the end of the day tomorrow, you can come pick them up. I will let you know first. So that, would you remind me of, I just want to have it handy in my calendar, remind me of your phone number.
3247.
La 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 la.
Okay. And I will call you before the end of the day tomorrow about picking up all those copies. Okay. And I will also, it'll probably take me over the weekend, but I will prepare a written request for a return so that all of the points that you want made will be in writing to the court before Thursday. Okay. So that no matter what, with new counsel, this is going to be before the court before Thursday. All right. How about that?
Yep, and now also I will get the transcript, right? Like the audio stuff that you said you had to speak.
The audio stuff, yes. We will make a copy of that CD for you.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Garrett.
You're welcome, Rochelle. I feel terrible about this. I hope you know. We feel you've been really horribly wronged here, and we want all the best for the outcome of your case. And we'll be in place as long as it takes for you to be with somebody that you feel comfortable with, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much. You have a good day.
All right, goodbye now.
That's the phone call between me and Linda Garrett, which was this past week on Wednesday. She promised me the receipt, to give the the case records and the file petitions and motions by Friday in writing. She never did that. But if you want, I urge you to look in my cases. I tried to write it down, but it's backwards to you, and it's, yeah. But I'm not dyslexic, so I don't know how to do this. But anyway, the case number is N as in Nancy, 5875-15. N as in Nancy, 5876-15. And then the custody order that they're trying to take away my rights, and I have full rights to my children, is V as in Victor, 777 6-12 B as in boy, and it's under Judge Michael L. Hanuszczak. And he's not supposed to be on this case. I'm suing him. I'm suing him, and that's just what it is. Hopefully you understood the video. I'm about to replay it and check it myself, but I've been trying to upload it from the phone itself, and it's not really working yet, but I'm gonna get it. All right, y'all. Thank you for your time. Have a blessed day. Bye.